11:10 the trip, and they're all in. Racing, and Mashani Byrne came out last. This favourite, Miss Bustlinger, was away fourth up into third. Now look at Fields of Moore, pinged out, led by 2.5. Second is now XC Darker. Third, the inside, Sue Jeed. And Miss Bustlinger fourth, the outside. Further back in the run to iCow. Marseille's on the fence, and Mashani Byrne's a length and a half away. Fields of Moore's in front. Second is XC Darker. Third, the inside. It is Sue Jeed, the race favourite, Miss Bustlinger. She's fourth, the outside. One out, one back, about 3 or 4 lengths off the leader. A length and a half, Marseille. iCal's the outside, and Mashani Byrne 2 lengths away. Fields of Moore's in front. Second, the outside is XC Darkle. Sliding forward 3 wide. Now is the favourite, Miss Bustlinger. Sujeed fourth on the rail, followed by iCal, Marseille, Mashani Byrne at the 350. Fields of Moore's in front by a length and a half. Miss Bustlinger runs to second, closing strongly. Further back to XC Darker. Wider out there is iCal, and back near the inside is Sujeed. But now Miss Bustlinger grabbing the lead. Fields of Moore, the inside won't go away. Miss Bustlinger's in front, but moves away to win. Miss Bustlinger by a length to Fields of Moore. XC Darker's run third, followed by Sujeed, iCal, Marseille and Mashani Byrne.
All right, we've got stable rep Mandy with us, Mandy, and a short price favourite, Miss Bustlinger. She got the job done really well.
Yeah, she was very impressive. She's going to go on this filly, yeah.
What's she showing you at home? She just sat off the speed today, and when Andrew asked her to quicken, she had to sustain a fairly long run, but she looks as though she'll get over some sort of trip.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think she's going to be a carnival horse, so we're really impressed with her.
That's the confidence we like to hear, Mandy. Great job today. I'll let you go get her.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, we'll grab Andrew Malley. And Andrew, she was a short price favourite, and you rode her like the good thing that she was.
Yeah, I've got plenty of time for this filly. She's sort of bred to go a bit further, and she's sort of that sort of type too. She's a big leggy filly, and just I was happy enough how the race panned out early, but then they dropped anchor at about the 700, and I sort of didn't want to be sitting there thinking I had 3 or 4 lengths up my sleeve. I just wanted to pop her out and let her flow into the race, and that was good. I was able to expose her early, and she never shirked the task, and she was good to the line, and she's only going to get better as we stretch her out in trip as she gets older.
Well, I'm sure the punters that took the short price were very happy with the ride. You never gave us any cause for concern, and she certainly got the job done. So great start to the day.
Good on you, Joycey. Thanks.
Thanks, Andrew.
Attendant hopping out of the way. Light still flashing. Mashani Gangster drawn in. Fukabanda's in 3 there. Racing. They've jumped as 1. Out wide, Vindicta's going forward. Fukabana drifting back. The favourite's now second last, but driving through. Watchguard in front from second, Vindicta. Third is now Mashani Gangster. Fourth, the outside is More Than a Star. A length and a half to Fukabana. Second last, outside Shadow and at the rear. So Watchguard in front. Second, the outside, Vindicta. Keen third is More Than a Star on the outside of Mashani Gangster. A length and a half to Fukabana. Back second last, but no more than probably 3 or 4 lengths off the leader. And last of all is Shadow, and as they swing down the side, 600 metres left to run, and Watchguard just in front. Second, Vindicta, sliding forward 3 wide now is More Than a Star. Creeping forward as well as Fukabana, getting onto the back of More Than a Star, followed by Mashani Gangster on the inside of Shadow, and as they really pack up, and the favourites on the scene, 4 wide inside the 350. Watchguard, Vindicta, Shadow is looking for the way clear. Fukabana runs home down the outside, and further back to More Than a Star, but Vindicta's in front here, trying to lift on the outside. Fukabana, he's knuckling down now. Vindicta, Fukabana on the outside. Fukabana grabbing the lead now, comes away. Fukabana's won from Vindicta, third Shadow, and followed by Mashani Gangster, and then More Than a Star and Watchguard at the rear.
Winning trainer Matt Dunn with me. Fukabana could have gone to Sydney for the group racing today, came here instead, and a win's a win.
Yeah, exactly, and I think he did a pretty good job. There was no tempo. I think the most positive thing to come out of the race is how well he's settling now, even with no speed on. He's really coming back and relaxing, and that's going to allow him to sort of run up to his pedigree distance-wise. Still learning how to use his big action. He's even when he sort of went to let down today, he skipped and hopped and changed legs a few times, but once he puts it together, I think he's got a wealth of talent. He's got a really big future ahead of him.
He's a cracking type to look at, and he's still got some developing to do, but what are the plans after today?
Oh, look, we'll just take it as it comes a bit. Obviously, going to Sydney for the autumn is an option. Whether he's quite ready for that yet, I'm not sure, but we'll see how he comes through this and work out a program for him to just sort of get him there as gently as we possibly can. If we need to sort of wait till the winter, we'll do that. But no, he's a star on the horizon for sure.
Couldn't agree more, Matt. The stable continues to churn out the winners. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll just grab James Orman as soon as he finishes up the chat with Matty Dunn. And Jimmy, short price favourite race 2, but apart from a few anxious moments at the top of the straight, once he got through the gears, it was all over.
Yeah, I thought they went along at just a steady clip, so I made sure I was putting him in the race a little bit earlier than what I would have liked, but he sprints the line nice, and yeah, he's still just learning his way a little bit, that's all.
Bigger track. I mean, the distance today was fine, but he'll probably get over further as well.
Yeah, I was talking to Matty. I think he'll be better. He's going to be a better horse over 1400. It's relaxing good, so he's doing everything right.
Well, you did everything right too. Punters are happy. 2 races down, 2 odds on favourites. Well done.
Thank you. Cheers.
Will go off the outright favourite, but Artful Girl heavily back late. And the light turned on for the third. Headed stay dancing about, as is Kibosh to a degree. We're racing now. And Galifianakis and Carudo both began well. What would these favourites do? Artful Girl's not all that far away, but just drifting back past now by Kibosh, and Rogue Bear is out in the middle of the track and rolling forward. So Kibosh outside Galifianakis and Rogue Bear 3 wide. Carudo keen 4th. 50 inside as head of state, and Artful Girl's found herself out 3 wide there. Tony Bear's on the inside of Southern Stock, and Shernack has gone back to the rear. So Galifianakis in front, second Rogue Bear. Kibosh is 2 lengths away third, and Artful Girl 4th, the outside of Carudo 5th, the rail. A length and a half head of state on the inside of Southern Stock. A long way back as Shernack over on the outside of Tony B. So Galifianakis in front, second Rogue Bear, and third is Kibosh, and they're clear from Artful Girl, who's 4th and 1 horse away from the fence now. Carudo 5th on the rail. A length and a half to head of state on the inside of Southern Stock, and Shernack second last outside Tony B. So Galifianakis in front by half length here, second Rogue Bear, and third the race favourite Kibosh, and further back up the 1,000 metres marker to Artful Girl on the outside of Carudo. A length and a half head of state and Southern Stock, and further back to Tony B and Shernack over on the outside. So Galifianakis at the 800 in front by a half length here. Second Rogue Bear. Kibosh has had a lovely run. A length and a half away third. 2 further back to Artful Girl, followed by Carudo, who's under some pressure. A length and a half head of state on the inside of further back to Southern Stock, and they're clear then from Tony B on the fence, and Shernack's at the rear. At the 450 metre marker, Rogue Bear looming up on the outside of Galifianakis, and here's Kibosh, has had a lovely run, looms up 3 wide on the track. Further back to Carudo, head of state, and Artful Girl up to 300, but out wide Kibosh has swept up and taken over and broken clear. Rogue Bear can't go with him. Galifianakis on the rails, wide round as Artful Girl, further back to Carudo, but Kibosh with 100 metres left to go, 4 lengths in front, was never going to lose, had a lovely run in transit, and it's all Kibosh. Kibosh has won, second Artful Girl, third Rogue Bear, followed by Shernack or Southern Stock, and then Carudo, Tony B, Galifianakis and Head of States.
Well, that just worked out perfectly, didn't it, for Kibosh? There seemed to be a pretty solid tempo. Galifianakis jumped well. He took it up, and Rogue Bear was there. He just lobbed him into that beautiful slipstream position. And coming towards the bend, he was sort of swinging off him, wasn't he? Jimmy Orman on Kibosh, and then he pressed the button at the top of the straight. Artful Girl came off the bit coming towards the bend. She's done really well, but that light weight has helped to get into second spot ahead of Rogue Bear, who had the big weight, and we're just waiting for the official 4th number. But Kibosh finding the competition a little bit easier in this race, this BM85 over 2,000 metres. He almost got up last start, but run down late, but they were never going to beat him today, and this has been a real confidence boost for him as he puts up about 4.5 lengths on the line. He did run close up in the Queensland Derby as a 3-year-old, this fellow. And he carries those colours of Neville Morgan and his mate David Devine, sharing in the ownership of this 5-year-old by Vada Moss. Chernak, number 7, gets fourth. The numbers 4, 10, 3, 7.
Trusted foreman for Chris Waller-Lofty. Kibosh, you had a big hand in the race, but Kibosh was the one the punters wanted, and James Orman made no mistake.
No, he brought good Sydney form. Narrowly beaten last start. He only had to run up to that, and he looked the winner on paper.
What about the ride? He found himself third one out in a trailing position, and all he had to do was give him room. He gave him plenty.
Yeah, I reckon I could have won on it.
Well, I don't think I could have, but we'll give Jimmy the credit where it's due. And look, they've obviously sent him up here to Brisbane for a win. Do you think he'll stick around, or will they get him straight back down?
No way, I'm putting him back on the truck. Sorry, Chris. He likes it up here. He won his maiden. He went straight to Saturday class a couple of years ago. Ran in the Derby up here. It's great to have him back and great to have a winner for Neville.
Well, he looks outstanding. Once again, Lofty, great job with the team. And let's hope they leave him up here, because I think the punters will want to have another go. Only early in the day, James, but that's 2 winners down already, and I gave you a 12 out of 10 for that ride.
Yeah, no, it worked out good. We cruised across and got a nice run, just sort of sat one off to give myself some options, and we just were too good. We were in one race and the rest were in another.
He's a horse that's only won 3 from 30, but I think the run you gave him today, the fact you gave him a bit of room to open up the shoulders, and of course he's come back in grade from that strong racing in Sydney, but he really put them to the sword. Yeah,
he put them away very quickly. If you look at his last run, he's just got to... all he had to do was run up to that, and he was going to win this race, and that's exactly what happened. So it's a good, well placed by Chris and his team, and he was too good.
They're thinking they might leave him up here for a bit longer. Let's hope they do, because if you stay on him, I think the punters will keep backing him.
Yeah, I think he's very well suited here in Queensland.
Well done, James.
Tyrex in barrier 1. Gate 3, the 5 here to Smooth Talk. We're right now. Good line. They're racing. And Smooth Talk away well. Likewise, Tarex on the rails, and going forward is Original Glaze, and she's in front now. Coming over is Kinetic, and handy as Charlie's Case, and Granite Prince out 4 wide is going forward as well. Commodus out 3 deep, and drifting back is Adonis C. Further back to Misbehaving. Mashani Missile, Sigourney, and Beckford has gone back to the tail. In front is Original Glaze here by length. Fired up second, Granite Prince, and third, Kinetic has found the fence there. And they're clear from fourth is Smooth Talk, and 50 inside Tarex, and further back to Commodus out 3 wide around Charlie's Case. 1 further back, Misbehaving outside Adonis C. And further back to Mashani Missile on the inside of Sigourney, and Beckford is to last of all. Original Glaze in front by length and a half now. Second, Granite Prince at the 800 metres marker halfway. Third is Kinetic, and fourth the outside, the race favourite Smooth Talk, and Tarex on the rail, followed by Commodus out 3 wide around Charlie's Case. Adonis C's on the inside of Misbehaving. A long way back, Mashani Missile on the inside of Sigourney, and Beckford last of all. They've got about 500 metres left to run, and it's Original Glaze just in front. Looming up as Granite Prince on the outside, and Smooth Talk easing out 3 wide. Commodus has been wide. Kinetic on the fence, and further back to Adonis C at the 300 metres marker. Granite Prince on the outside lays it down to Original Glaze, and Smooth Talk a length and a half away. Kinetic, and further back to down the outside as Misbehaving, but Granite Prince in front with 100 metres left to go. Rushing home as Misbehaving on the outside. Granite Prince, Misbehaving. Last riders now, Granite Prince in third, Kinetic. They've lined up for fourth, Beckford, Sigourney, Original Glaze, Charlie's Case, Smooth Talk, Commodus, followed further back then by Adonis C, Mashani Missile, and Tarex at the rear.
9, 3 and 13. Just waiting for fourth. It'll probably go to Smooth Talk there, who appeared to have every possible chance, but Misbehaving, 1,600 metres, has been able to get up, confirming that good run there when second at the sunny coast 2 weeks ago. She's grabbed Granite Prince. He gave a good kick, but he's just been collared right on the line. And Jimmy Orman again. So 9 beats 3. And then number 13, Kinetic, running an improved race today. Original Glaze had led from Granite Prince, who did a little bit of work early. And, yeah, he's just been caught in the very last couple of strides there. Kinetic was good trying to slice through on those pale colours. Smooth Talk was given the run of the race. Wide out, you can see Sigourney. Again, she's been really good and eye-catching. She was back in the field, had to come right around them with the striped cap. So maybe next time we'll mark her down for perhaps on the bigger stretches at Eagle Farm. So number 9 is the winner. Oh Misbehaven, she'd put the writing on the wall to the last 2 when in the runners-up stall, but she goes one better today as she guns down Granite Prince. That's the story of race 4 here at Doomben.
We've got Mel with us from the Heathcote Yard, and she deserved that win today. She's been knocking on the door.
Yeah, definitely. She's been a consistent mare, that is indeed. You know, she was probably should have been one better last start, but it was a peachy ride from Jimmy today and stepping up over the ground. So thrilled, and for her owner, Mary Lou, she's been a long-time supporter.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
All right, James Orman joins me for the 3rd time today. We're only up to race 4. What did you have for breakfast today?
Not much.
I was going to say I'll start eating what you're eating, but I won't if you're not eating anything. But take us through that run. She deserved that win today. It was just a question of whether she could see out a strong mile.
Yeah, look, we thought she would, the way she's been running. And just the barrier was a little bit of a concern, but we got back anyway. We got a nice track into the race and sort of just come around them and it's always going to get there. It was just a matter of if it was in enough time.
Well, you're seeing them well, mate. May it continue. Well done.
Thanks.
On with 11, 6, 1 and 2. Back in the 11, Soaring Phoenix each way with those blinkers on first time. 6 duly elected to use the inside gate. 1 Russian Mystic and 2 Quothquan to be rocketing home late. It's going to all come down to tactics and speed. And on the map, it looks as though it'll be a solid tempo. All right, let's head upstairs. They are loading up well here for the 5th. Josh Fleming to call the action.
Now, Quothquan about to move in. Let us tell it he's jumped off 1 reason behind the barrier. And they'll load the horse Riderless and Bubba to get back aboard in the barrier. The boy from Charleville. So field of 14 here for Cascade. Race number 5 over 1350. Duly elected, drawn in. And the light now turned on. So we're right to run. Field of 14. And a wide open betting affair. Racing now, they've jumped as 1. But Sakish and Coastal Raider both away well and booting up as Soaring Phoenix on the inside. Fire Lovers up into 3rd and 4th. The inside there is duly elected. Trapped out as Russian Mystic out 3 and 4 wide. Steal the field, the second of Port C. 1 Raisins out 3 and 4 deep as well around Ilfracombe Kid. Followed there by Classique Gal and Not a Clue How or Who. Quothquan, Hayes for the girls, and Sakish, who jumped away well, has drifted back to last of all. In front, Soaring Phoenix here. 2nd, Coastal Raider working up into 3rd, Fire Love. Steal the field. Duly Elected's on the rail, followed by Russian Mystic out 3 deep. Has got some cover though. And then we've got the 2nd of Port C on the inside of Classique Gal. And wider out 1 Reason. Not a Clue How or Who. Quothquan, Ilfracombe Kid, Hayes for the girls, and Sakesh at the 450. Soaring Phoenix just in front. 2nd, the outside is, as they swing around the home turn, Coastal Raider. Wider out there, Fire Love, duly elected, and further back to the 2nd at Port C, and also just in behind those, Steal the Field. But this leader, Soaring Phoenix at the 150, kicked away, running home well. It's the 2nd at Port C. Soaring Phoenix in front, the inside, the 2nd at Port C, flashing home late, Quothquan. But as they come to the line, the 2nd at Port C. The 2nd at Port C is one from Quothquan, who jumped up out of the ground. Not sure 3rd, Not a Clue How or Who, or Russian Mystic. And then Soaring Phoenix and duly elected, Fire Love, Steal the Field, Classique Gal, Coastal Raider, Hayes for the girls, Ilfracombe Kid, 1 Reason, and Sakesh at the tail.
Number 8, the second to Portsea is the winner, trained by Jack Bruce, ridden by Damien Thornton. Had all of the favours there, the shortcuts getting up on the inside there. Quothquan jumped up out of the ground over the last 200 metres. Russian Mystic and then Soaring Phoenix, who was in front 100 to go, but has weakened back to 4th. So that's the story of the 5th event as we have a look at the concluding stages. Soaring Phoenix still clear at the 50-metre mark, but the second to Portsea getting up on the rails. So that's been a good performance. First up, had that tick-over trial at the Sunny Coast on Tuesday only, but was aided by the good draw, switching back to the inside. You could have driven a truck through that gap over on the rails. Not a clue how or who's trying to follow through, but has been a little bit dour over the final part. So a good training performance, as we mentioned, by Jack Bruce to win 1350 metres first up from a spell. That Quothquan.
Congratulations, Jack. She's a lovely, big, strong mare. First up today, and she's got the job done.
Yeah, she is. And that's been the key. Last prep, she's a little bit soft and just a little 3-year-old filly, but she's come back a mare this time in. It's been a bit of a slow burn to get her fit, but she is finally there now, and it was good to see her run well.
Interesting move to trial her quietly during the week, straight into today.
I had to. She was too fat. I had to get the weight off her. But yeah, just a nice sort of quiet trial, and that was the plan. I said to Damien, do a working gallop on this horse. You're on it on Saturday, and if we get a good draw, she'll be hard to beat. So that's what she was. There's a lot of happy owners here, and that's what it's all about. There's a big crew of people here together to enjoy the day, and she's given them a good thrill, so it's good.
You enjoy it too, mate. A Metro winner. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Damo Days, just out a little bit to 420. John Rambo, stablemate, been a little bit easy as well. They're the top 2 in the market. I'm going the way of number 6 here, Caribbean King, 19 in 2 points to 17. I think he's overpriced at that. I visually him getting a beautiful run. Number 8, Damo Days, then 10, Strapasi, and number 2, John Rambo.
All right, Maxie, good luck with Caribbean King at good odds. I've gone 8, 2, 5 and 1. Damo Days to beat John Rambo. Naval Trader first up, and Tripporti's my roughie. Let's head upstairs to the call with Josh Fleming. This is race 6.
For CJ Graham, and will be right to run. So field of 13, over 1200. John Rambo, a narrow favourite, and the light turned on, and they're all in. Sets racing, Damo Days and also Mosquita. Caribbean King all began well. Going forward, Party Spirit and Strapasi right up there in the firing line as well. Drifting back, Caribbean King as Clover's Prince goes forward. Next one there is Dirty Dancing. Further back to Trey Porty, Amathuba. And they're clear from John Rambo, who's going to balance up 4th last over on the outside. A long way back is Airstrike on the inside of Naval Trader. Last of all is Jukebox Glow. Party Spirit's in front. Second, Clover's Prince, and back to 3rd. The inside is Strapasi, followed further back then by Mosquita. Damo Days is 5th on the fence, and further back to Dirty Dancing. Caribbean King, Amathuba creeping forward. John Rambo out 3 and 4 wide. Trey Porty, Naval Trader, Jukebox Glow, Airstrike at the rear inside the 400, and Party Spirits in front by a length and a half now. Second, the inside, Strapasi passing Clover's Prince. Damo Days on the fence, and further back to Mosquita, but Party Spirits in front. Strapasi's about a length away. Down the outside, Dirty Dancing. Party Spirit from the outside, Strapasi. Party Spirit, Strapasi flashing late. Dirty Dancing with John Rambo. Or I'd say Strapasi. I think Strapasi's just won from the lunging Dirty Dancing. Not sure 3rd, John Rambo, Party Spirit, followed by Trey Porty. And then we had Amathuba, Jukebox Glow, Caribbean King, Damo Days, Naval Trader, Airstrike, Mosquita, and Clover's Prince at the rear.
Rightio, we've got Kyle Wilson-Taylor with us. And Kyle, only just got there, but that's all you need to do.
Yeah, Joycey, it worked out well. Drew a bit of a sticky gate. I was in 2 minds what I was going to do, but sort of worried about that once we jumped, and worked out well. We were able to land in the trail, and although it was by the barest of margins, we were able to take the shortcuts to get that done.
She's a really consistent mare. Today she finally started to creep down in the weights a little bit, which would have helped her, but just take us through with a run, probably from the 600 home. Just sort of opened up when you needed it to.
Yeah, it worked out good. Damien backed it off nice, and I knew that wasn't going to benefit the favoured runners in behind me, so that was good. And I know my filly's got a good turn of foot, especially on a soft ground. And look, she was all out at the 50, but she's got plenty of grit, and very proud of her efforts today.
Great to see you back riding Saturday winners. May there be many more.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Good, well done, mate.
Thanks. Anyway.
Complete the lineup. So race 7 for Sky Racing, 1200, light turned on, favourites Northern Express. All in. Racing, Ma Baby dawdled out wide, Enterprise Pom away well. She's in front from Lara Migo, rising, trapped out, going forward and booting up as Northern Express. Handy also Lasting Kiss and drifting back Jayanthi. Wider out Constant Flight. Ma Baby's improved up into second last, passing Crazy Train. Enterprise Pom's in front now, dashed away by 2.5, and second now with Lara Migo. Third Northern Express, and fourth the outside is Rising. Further back to Lasting Kiss outside Jayanthi. A length and a half to Constant Flight. Rolling through is Ma Baby, and Crazy Train's last of all inside the 500. It's Enterprise Pom in front by a neck here. Second the outside Lara Migo. A length and a half to Northern Express, and Rising on the outside. Jayanthi, she's fifth on the rails, looking for the way clear. Further back the Lasting Kiss, and Ma Baby up the 300. Enterprise Pom in front by 2 lengths here. Second Lara Migo. A length and a half to Northern Express, and Jayanthi further back to Ma Baby, but Enterprise Pom in full flight at the moment. It's over 2 lengths in front, trying hard as Northern Express. It's Enterprise Pom lifting now as Northern Express goes home the better, and Northern Express has won from Ma Baby has grabbed second, Fido third, Enterprise Pom, Crazy Train, and then we had Jayanthi, Constant Flight, further back Lara Migo, Lasting Kiss, and Rising at the rear.
So Northern Express given a lovely ride there by Taylor Marshall, just in behind the speed on the rails, presents and picks up where he left off, first up there at the sunny coast. So Northern
only just got there, but that's all you need to do.
Yeah, Joycey, it worked out well. Drew a bit of a sticky gate. I was in 2 minds what I was going to do, but sort of worried about that once we jumped, and worked out well. We were able to land in the trail, and although it was by the barest of margins, we were able to take the shortcuts to get that done.
She's a really consistent mare. Today she finally started to creep down in the weights a little bit, which would have helped her, but just take us through with a run, probably from the 600 home. Just sort of opened up when you needed it to.
Yeah, it worked out good. Damien backed it off nice, and I knew that wasn't going to benefit the favoured runners in behind me, so that was good. And I know my filly's got a good turn of foot, especially on a soft ground. And look, she was all out at the 50, but she's got plenty of grit, and very proud of her efforts today.
Great to see you back riding Saturday winners. May there be many more.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Here, and they'll be the last ones to move in. So the field is now right. Favourites Anything Goes, and the light turned on for the 8th at the mile. Racing, Anything Goes away okay. Last Chance Saloon stuck with you. Both began well. Pentito going forward quickly. Anything Goes is right up there with no going back. And also Cocoa Brew Express. So Cocoa Brew Express and no going back the first couple. And third now is Anything Goes. And they're clear from Avenue of Stars. Working up into fourth ahead of Pentito. They're clear by 3 lengths now from Mob Buster over on the outside of Last Chance Saloon. Further back to Stuck With You on the inside of Redwood Shadow. And Wire Waireri Falls about 3 lengths away, so no going back in front by a length and a half. Keen second, Cocoa Brew Express, and 2 lengths away third as Anything Goes. A length and a half, Avenue of Stars over on the outside of Pentito. Further back to Mob Buster, the outside of just in behind those Last Chance Saloon. A long way back, Stuck With You on the inside of Redwood Shadow, and Waireri Falls is 2 lengths away, so no going back by a half length. And second, Cocoa Brew Express at the 600. A length and a half away third as Anything Goes, and further back to Pentito, Avenue of Stars, Mob Buster, Last Chance Saloon, Redwood Shadow, Stuck With You, and Waireri Falls inside the 400. Anything Goes quickly looms up on the outside of Cocoa Brew Express. They're clear from third, Pentito. The inside, Last Chance Saloon, Mob Busters out wider, further back to Avenue of Stars. Anything Goes in front. The danger looks to be Last Chance Saloon the inside. Anything Goes in front though from Last Chance Saloon. Look at Waireri Falls rattling down the outside. In front, Anything Goes though. Anything Goes. Thanks just one from Waireri Falls and Redwood Shadow. A photo fourth between Pentito, Last Chance Saloon weak in the last 150. Mob Buster a long way back was. At the head of the others there was Cocoa Brew Express, Avenue of Stars, Stuck With You, and no going back.
James Orman, yet again a copybook ride. Well done.
Yeah, it worked out good. Just jumped and cruised across and got one off the fence and tracked the speed, and got there a little bit too early, but lucky we were too good.
Well, he's a horse in Sydney who's always just found one better, so they've taken him to a slightly easier race, and just late I thought something's going to come out of the pack here, but he found enough. Yeah,
I just got there, like I said, a little bit too early, but he towed me there, you know what I mean, and he found one better there, but here a dropping grade, and he was just too good, well placed by Matt.
Sure was. Terrific day for you to date, big day out, and as we said, you're in form. Keep it going.
Yeah, we're doing my best. Thanks. Thank you.
Only one Boom Talk drawn out there. Light still flashing away for the 9th. Holding them. Racing this time, and away well was the Eleonora, likewise Oscar Zulu. Boom Talkers going forward. He's up in search of the lead. Hatchet handy the inside and going forward as well as Montenegro Man. Further back to Don't Stop out 3 and 4. Y going forward ahead of Animate, Legal Esprit 3 deep as well, followed by Wapiti on the rail. And they're clear from drifting back to Eleonora. Roman Aureus, Hot Spring Goals on the fence, and further back to Bar None and Never No More. So Montenegro Man's in front. Second, Boom Talk, and third, Hatchet. And then we've got Oscar Zulu, Don't Stop out 3 wide. A length and a half to Legal Esprit, 3 deep as well. Around Animate, Wapiti. Further back to the Eleonora, covering ground out 3 deep on the track also. Around Roman Aureus, Hot Spring Gold. Second last is Never No More. And Barnum still last of all. 500 metres left to run. Montenegro Man narrowly looming up as Boom Talk on the outside. 2 lengths away. Third's Hatchet on the inside of Oscar Zulu. Wapiti, Animate, Legal Esprit, Don't Stop inside the 300. The outside Boom Talk looms up. The favourites grab the lead narrowly. Coming through is Hatchet. The inside Montenegro Man. Never No More is thundering down the outside. And the Eleonora coming with it as well. The inside the Eleonora, Never No More. They hit the line and Never No More has done the best to win from the Eleonora. 3 lengths away, third Legal Esprit. Followed further back by a photo fourth between Oscar Zulu, Boom Talk, and then Wapiti, Montenegro Man, Animate, Hot Spring Gold, Don't Stop, Roman Aureus. Hatchet knocked up in the end, and the last one was Bar None.
Got Matty Dunn with me, and Matty, watching that race, I suppose we're all watching Boom Talk. We weren't expecting Never No More, but were you watching both at once?
Yeah, I was, but no, it was interesting, wasn't it? Because he's the winner's capable of doing things like that when tempo's strong, and that's probably what sort of came against Boom Talk a little bit. Late in the race, they went pretty hard up front, and Jimmy didn't have much of an option but to go and park him outside leader, and that's probably not, in hindsight, the place for him to be in a 1350. But as I said, there's difficult barriers sometimes make us make difficult decisions, and if you draw an inside gate, he probably takes a sit and ends up with a softer run. But full credit to the winner. He's done a good job. He's been a while between drinks, but he's just been looking for a track like this. Probably is the key. He loves soft ground, and I think I actually spelled him last prep because I couldn't find him a soft track. So first up, he's always been very effective, and big thanks to OTI for sticking with him. He's been around a while, and he's finally got the job done for us.
Absolutely. Great training performance too. First up for this horse today. I don't think he's won since he's been in Australia, so persistence has paid off, and who knows, he might put a couple together now.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Well done, Matty. Matty Dunn, their trainer of Never No More. He also had Boom Talk in the race, as we heard. Didn't get the best of runs. All right, that takes us away from the 9th here at Doomben.
About 75,000 if one of those two can win.
Righto, Maxie, let's head up to Josh for the last time today. Good luck with your bets.
So light turned on, drifting late the favourite. They're racing. They've jumped as one. Going forward as Magic in Me. He's in front from up into second. The outside is AWOL. Handy Corf Castle, followed there by Hell of a Dancer, Viminelli. Out 3 wide, Harlequin Field. Petunia's on the fence, and Brad drifting back out 3 wide around Texas on the fence, and between them is Hollywood North. So Magic and Me's in front by 2.5, and second's AWOL, third Corf Castle. 1.5 lengths to Hell of a Dancer. Petunia's on the fence, and 3 wide is Harlequin Field around Viminelli. A long way back, Texas on the inside of further back Brad, 3 wide, and last of all is Hollywood North. So Magic and Me down the side tries to pinch it here. The galloper from Warwick in front by 5 lengths, and second the outside is AWOL, and third Corf Castle at the 600. 1.5 lengths to Hell of a Dancer. Further back to Petunia, Viminelli. Harlequin Field's been wide. Brad likewise a long way back over from the outside of Hollywood North and Texas. Magic and Me's come right back to them. Corf Castle's claimed it. AWOL's out wider. They're clear at the moment from Hell of a Dancer, and further back to Viminelli and Petunia, but Corf Castle has kicked away 2 lengths in front. Running home well as Viminelli. Down the outside is Hell of a Dancer. Corf Castle's in front. Late as Viminelli though. Viminelli is driven through the inside, grabbed the lead, and Viminelli's won from Corf Castle. Third to Hell of a Dancer, followed by Hollywood North, Magic and Me, and then AWOL, Hell of it back behind those Harlequin Field, and then we had Texas, Petunia and Brad at the tail.
Good. Righto, Jake Bayless joins me. That's the way to finish the day, mate. 2 winners.
Yeah, and a good bunch of people to do it for too. So obviously the Goff family is very tied up close to the Bayless family. So any winner's rewarding, and especially in town with a bunch of good people like this.
Not the easiest horse to ride either, and he didn't give you the easiest ride today, but you navigated it well.
No, well, look, his last few, he's been really switching off and flopping at the back, and then good to the line, but not good enough, So I rang Lindsay earlier in the week, and we discussed a barrier blanket or man up or something just to change, his old habits, and we both come to agreement, just keep him warm behind the gates, give him a little tap with the spurs as we go in, and keep his mind on the job. And he bounced more prominent today and put him in himself a nice spot, and he just needed a little bit of daylight, and the rest was history.
Well done, mate. Great way to finish. Congratulations.
Thank you.